Good afternoon from a bleak, blustery, quite possibly rainy soon Peterborough. Hope you're all alright out there. Another update on this overspending saga that I'm up against. Just while I'm stood outside and it's not raining, I'll show you what I've done here. I'm going to have 4 returns in total. So basically these are original, so 2 returns. This one was for the fountain, that's blocked off, that's not going to get used anymore. Because I had this hole in the greenhouse, I thought I might as well just put a return in there just for the sake of it. This is the skimmer and I've had to weld the faceplate back on, but I'm going to run a detail sander across the face of that and try and clean it up a bit. I'll never become a plastic welder in a million years, but I think that might work. And then the 4th return, some kind of waterfall or water blade. I'm going to knock a block out there. The top of the wall I believe will be here with all fancy bricks on, so I've just missed out a brick, and then I'll put some kind of water blade or waterfall here, so that'll give me 4 returns. And I've got some sale items. The shower I think we're going to keep. It works too well. So a couple of people did ask if my shower for sale, so I'm going to have to say no for the moment. I'm sorry about that. What is for sale? I have got 2 Yamitsu 15 watts. I don't know if you can see that. With sufficient 1.5 inch pipe and demountable couplings, so you can put rubber joints on there, or you can put solvent weld joints on. One of these 2 is almost brand new with a new bulb. I think it might be that one. And then this one unfortunately has an elbow on, but I'm so sure you can cope with that. And that's the second one. So I won't be using either of them, and we'll just have a walk down the bottom of the garden. Have a look at the fish. Yep, they're doing absolutely fine, no issue at all. And then we have the 2 easy pods. They are for sale. One of them has a hole in the top where I tried to investigate the slide valve because I thought there were a blockage, and there wasn't. This one has a hole in the top because there was a tank connector where I put my top-up feed in. They are jet washed out, completely clean. I've left the cleaning pipe in. These are gravity fed setup. Gravity fed. So there are 2 to choose from. One of them's got a bit of an oddball outlet. That's got a 50mm flexible pipe on it, and some inordinate amount of reducers to get to that. And this one has a 3-inch 45-degree angle, but I had to put a rubber connector on that. Both are fitted with the slide valves. I think that was the Mark II version. I think EA were just making them cheaper. They both have slide valves on, not my choice. So they are for sale. So you've got 2 easy pods and 2 Yamitsu 15 watts. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, how much is it going to charge for that? Well, to be honest, I don't know. When I first bought an easy pod Air, you got an air pump with it, and I think they were about 500 quid each. The Yamitsus, I think they were about 70, I don't know for certain, 70 quid. when I sell these, and I'll have to stress this, when I sell these, I am not posting them, I am not shipping them, I am not doing anything to them apart from putting on the end of the drive until whoever's bought them comes and picks them up. So those people that like to skip through the videos, hopefully I'll mention that later, but I am not posting or shipping these items. You want them, you come and get them. Price. I am not going to give you a price for these. You are going to offer me a price for them. So I'm not trying to make vast amounts of money out of people. If you believe you can offer me a decent amount of money for a second-hand EasyPod or a Yamitsu Algae Master, let me know. Contact me on my email address and let me know. If I don't contact you, that's because I believe it's not enough. If I do contact you, it's because I think that's absolutely fine, and we'll arrange for you to come and pick it up at your convenience. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, I'm not being greedy, I'm not trying to make money out of people, but I'm not giving them away, so, and I'm not posting them. So talk amongst yourselves, see if you want to come up with a price, email me what you want to pay for it and when you want to come and pick it up, and let me know. Both EasyPod 18 litre K1 is currently sat inside that shower, so it's still mature. Well, for this time of year it's still mature. So that's where we are with that section, so we'll call this the for sale section. Right, back to spending. What have I bought this time? I was quite lucky because I had 2 deliveries at the same time blocking the road. First delivery was the windows. These were from a company called Tuffex. This company was recommended to me, so I do thank whoever did that. It was a great idea. Very prompt delivery. I think each pane of glass is 37 kilos in weight. This is 900 by 650, and then the actual width is 25.5 millimeter, and they look amazing. So thank you to Tuffex for prompt delivery, they're really good. I also had a delivery from Wix, so I've got a few blocks, a few bricks, and 2 600 by 600 by 40 paving slabs, and they will form the basis of my plinth to support the weight of the drum when it's in place. I must thank an awful lot of people for the comments that I've had over the last couple of videos, because I've had some fantastic advice. You think and think and think, and you believe you've covered every base and everything's going to go swimmingly, until somebody kindly comes on and goes, have you considered? And no, I hadn't. And those people, I must thank them to the bottom of my heart for helping me out. So first off, I'll show you what I've done. I'm basically just playing around with an idea. So we talked about the amalgam UV going in the side of the drum. So choose whichever side we're going to put it in, it will going to cause a problem. The far side I wouldn't be able to remove the amalgam UV. The near side I could remove the UV, but I've bored a big hole in the side and the greenhouse door would clash against it. Until somebody said, just drop it in the top. So I'm thinking, what can I make to put the bulb in to give it some security before I just drop it in the water? So when I first got the drum delivered, there were these packing pieces, and it's basically what they use for the perimeter of the drum. They're just 2 pieces, but I actually got a 3rd piece, cut it down and sort of carved a fitting into the top, and then some kind of little guard there, but as you can see it's bowed. So what I'm going to do is plastic weld a spine on it to keep it straight, and then hopefully that can be dropped into the dirty side or the drum side. Because the fact that it'll be on a flying lead, a flying bit of electrical cord, I can basically choose which one I can put it in. Anyway, let's go have a look at the drum. And any non-believers that thought it's never going to get it up there between the gap in the house and the garage, fear not, because it's here. There we go, sat in place. So now I can jump in my pit down there and then keep jumping out, measuring what I need to measure and jumping back into my pit. So it's a lot easier now it's in the greenhouse. It's still on its trolley so I can move it up and down. So let's just have a look inside here with regard to the amalgam. Strangely enough, the safety signs are in the drum and there's no safety signs in the dirty side. Now I can see both parts of ideas saying put it in the dirty side, put it in the drum side, keep your screen clean. The UV itself is longer than the width of this drum compartment, so it'd have to go in at an angle anyway. Same with the dirty side. Because it's on just a extension lead, I can move it either side. I can decide that when I'm actually filling it full of water, to be honest, so it doesn't really matter. But there were one or two people that took they took time out to explain the whys and wherefores of putting it where it should be put. And it all seemed to be going towards the drum. So firstly I'll thank Andy Daly, because I got in touch with Andy, who had problems with his drum. I forgot what the name of it is now. It's like this bit, just like a drum seal. Quite difficult to fit, bit of a mess. But there could possibly have been an issue with the UV rays on that, and it might not be stable enough. So I had a word with Andy and he said potentially it could have been that, but the amount of chemicals that we do put in our ponds, they could have played a part as well. End result, I don't really know, but I got some good advice from Andy and I do thank you for that. I've had to write down the names of the other people. So we've got Stephen Roden, Michael, Zach, Adam Walker and Mike Bass, who all put forward some really constructive advice, and I do thank you all for that. That's really good. So Jodie's out at the moment. It looks as though it's going in the drum section, but like I said, I can move it backwards and forwards. We'll have to wait and see. Where else have I got? Well, those people that know that I think and then overthink, I've done some drawing in chalk. So somebody mentioned, why aren't you coming straight up and then straight into your 4-inch pipe and then round to the other side? Basically, that's my drum. This is my bottom drain and it's directly underneath, so I have to create a bend. Why do you have to create a bend? Why can't you go underneath the drum? I'm getting older. Access to underneath the drum, no, can't happen. It's too tight, I'd never get in. I'd have to put a small child down there or a chimney sweep. But if I do a 45-degree angle, I've got access to my bottom drain valve at whatever age I am, and I can reach it. So that's why I've gone for that. Queni Koi have just given me a delivery, hence this portion of the video, and I've just laid everything out on the floor how it's going to look. So comes in for my bottom drain, deflects off at 45 degrees so it doesn't clash with the underneath of the drum. I can get access to the valve, The T-piece, this portion will be coming along the back wall of the pit, and this portion will become a rodding point. Now, I know Andy Daly's got a rodding point and it looks a bloody good idea. I know people use a second valve as a bottom drain purge, but at 114 quid a go, I might just go with the rodding point. So this 45-degree setup comes out here, goes up towards this wall, and then up rodding point. It steps off about 12 inch maybe, and then it'll come across here, across the back wall, and then in to here. Now you probably noticed that I've got some 4-inch elbows and I've got some 4-inch sewer pipe. So what I was thinking of was, how much space have I got to play with? Do I need a tight bend with this, or can I afford a little bit more space, and we're only talking 1.5 inches at most extra to sweep it round with underground pipe? Because I've only got sufficient pipe to do the rodding point and the bottom drain valve, I'm not in too much of a worry of doing anything else beyond that. If it is in pressure pipe or it's in underground pipe, I can have either. What I've got to remember is, once the 3-inch and the 4-inch pipe go against the back wall and the drum goes in, I can't get to it. So I can't afford any joints in the back that I can't see, so I don't want any leaks that I can't see. So once these pipes go on the back wall, they'll be hidden. I won't be able to get to them. So that's one or two issues that I've had to deal with. What else have I done? I've been quite busy. I've also taken all the electrics and lifted them up to as high as I could get to them with the cable and the space available. So that's another little job. And this is where the skimmer will be in the future pond. Why? Because access is simple. I can just walk up to it, put my hand in, and there we go. Air source heat pump, because the outfeed, which is going to be here and here, will have valved pumps, and the returns on the walls at various places will have valves. I can add air source heat pump provision later on, so I'm not getting myself bogged down with that at the moment. When the shower is placed in its final position, it should be outside this window somewhere, but well back from the edge of the pond, and I'll just basically put a feed through the wall up inside the shower, and then it will return back into the pond, perhaps with the original stainless steel fitting on, the stainless steel gravity return. That were it, were a gravity return. So I'm sorry I've been harping on, but that's where we are at the moment. Probably lots to get through. I want to do a shout out for a new channel that I found quite by accident on YouTube, and the guy seems such a likeable bloke. It's Ramsey's DIY Koi Pond. Well worth a look. I basically, when you watch this guy, you'll know that you were in his place some years ago, or some weeks ago for some reason, but I was there 20 years ago, and it's such an interesting thing to see the new beginnings of a pond, and I give him some support. So Ramsey's DIY Koi Pond, all the best with your channel, mate. Thumbs up to you. So I think that just about wraps up what I want to say. So I had my jab on Monday just gone, and it's now Wednesday. Bit of a sore arm, didn't feel very good for a few hours afterwards. Absolutely fine now. So AstraZeneca, Oxford AstraZeneca. I wanted the Cambridge one, but I'm not posh enough, so I had to get the Oxford one. That's a joke. Stay safe out there, get jabbed, look after your family. Bye.